So I'm still figuring this thing out. All
Live
right.
now.
Looks like we're live. What's up, James? First. So how you doing tonight, Clyve?
Good, good. Chris, how about yourself?
Not bad, not bad. Just relaxing, taking it easy before I gotta go back to work tomorrow night. So, yeah, topic again, but just figured we'd chat for a little bit. You said you're wearing the Omega that's on your wrist or on the icon there.
Yeah, on the Avatar. It's an Omega Cosmic 2000 and brown dials, 38 millimeters. Semi-integrated bracelet, but hell of a nice watch. And if you look around for them, you can find the Cosmic 2000s, and I think you can find some great deals on them.
Nice. You think they might be the next big thing to go up in price, or you think they might stick around the same?
Really, there's no telling. No telling. But to me, it's Blue Shirt Buddha saying, "Hey, how's it going, Blue Shirt?" The thing is, okay, it's gratifying if it goes up in price because it kind of gives you nanny boo boo. I'm smarter than the rest of you asshole points. On the other hand, even if it doesn't, you still have a watch you can enjoy.
Yeah. It's when you don't really have to worry about mucking up too much.
Exactly.
It's not saying it's not nice, but you know what I'm saying. When they're more expensive pieces.
Yeah, and I was actually shown to Fernando, conversing via iMessage, text Fernando from Collecting Vintage Watches.
Okay, I just saw his video earlier today. His new one.
Right, he put on last night, but I think one of the points he has one of his great points, I've been saying this for a while, is get off your ass, get off the computer, go in real life, go look in the real world for real watches, and trust your gut.
How's it going, Bobby? Bobby's just joining us. I'm actually wearing my Course by S&P Omega, the ceramic. So that one gets a lot of wear, the Seamaster.
Yeah. Well, this one's technically a Seamaster too.
Yeah.
Of course, what's the water resistance? I would put it, let me put it this way. I would put it in my pocket if I was using the urinal.
Catch. What are you guys wearing tonight? Bruce, James, Bobby, what are you guys wearing?
Now, on the other hand, Omega also made a diver version of this, which is exceptionally a sharp-looking piece.
Because I know the old vintage Seamasters have really went up in price, haven't they? The regular Seamasters.
Oh yeah, they totally have. But
remember what you used to be able to pick one up for what, like $300-$400, like an older one.
Yep. Oh, hold on for 1 second. I've got a Hopro calling me locally. Sorry.
Yeah. But yeah, nice. You wearing the Polar Explorer too. I saw that picture they posted of it on on Watchbox earlier this evening. That's a pretty nice watch, Bruce. And the hammy khaki filled mechanical's nice too, Bobby. You can't beat it for I think right under $400.
No, that was my local Hebra Hobro, and he's actually kind of getting out of Rolex a little bit. He's got like a year-old silver dial date just. So we're talking smooth bezel, oyster bracelet, and I can't remember how he's wanting actually a pretty decent price for it.
Nice. You thinking about picking it up off of him?
No, I've already got my Dressy Bessie date. I've got my Dressy Bessie date just.
I guess you got the 41, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So I thought the 41. I've actually been looking at the 36 millimeter date just again because now I know after, like I said, that Smith's, it's kind of got me on the smaller watches. I know I can pull it off now.
Well, and again, just to point back to the Cosmic here, it's 38, but because of the case, it looks bigger than 38.
Okay.
The great guy. And the great Gambino is looking to pick up a khaki field watch mechanical. Great watch. I've seen it. Actually, those deliver, considering what you get, really nice, attractive watch for the money.
Yeah, I think the khaki, any in the Hamilton, the khaki field watches, you can get those for under $500, and pretty much all of them have the Swiss added movement, and it probably won't change, right? Because they're part of the Swatch group, so they'll probably still keep the added movement for years, right?
Exactly.
So you can't beat it for under $500. And it's a too.
Yeah, but I think I think collecting vintage watches is dead on the money for about. I think the real value is in vintage right now. If you're willing to go off the beaten path, if you want to look at something that's older and serviceable but doesn't have to have a coronet on it, I think there's some great stuff out there.
Yeah, go to what, like antique shops, and probably like even pawn shops. Some pawn shops may have them.
Some
Pawn shops and what, flea markets, stuff, places like that, probably.
Web shows. A lot of times they'll be the demographic for luxury watches and antiques and guns. It's the same thing. It's middle-aged white guys or older.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of times you can pick up some great stuff there.
Okay. I don't think we really have any of those here at the beach. What's up? What's going on, Dane? What are you wearing tonight? You wearing the new Glycine you just got? Got one of the Glycine, the combat subs.
Mm.
Not a bad watch for the price either. The Golden Eye. I don't know if you know which one I'm talking about, Clyve.
The Glycine Airman?
No, the combat sub.
Okay. I'm familiar.
Submariner homage. Yeah. I should actually be in an Airman for review. My buddy Ralph, I think, is going to send me one here in another week or so. It's one of the older Glycine Airmen. I get to check that one out pretty soon. Interested to check that one out.
Big fan of the Vietnam era war ones, especially the 24-hour hands.
Yeah, those are probably harder to find, though, right?
Yep, they are. Interesting, though. It's the hacking sections is the most unusual thing I've got. When you pull it out, a little wire pops up, and it stops the second head dead at 12. So that's how it hacks the seconds.
Nice.
So, great little system, but when it breaks, it can be especially challenging, I think, for a watchmaker to replace that part. And
yeah.
Wearing my golden eye earlier.
Yeah, Dane's got like 50 something watches. He's got like a crazy huge collection. Yeah, I've actually, like I said, consolidated mine. I've done pretty good on mine.
I'm still in the process of it, but it takes a while.
Yeah. Yeah, consolidate down to what? Probably the Holy Trinity and a couple other pieces, and leave it at that.
Yeah, maybe the 12. I might go instead of the Holy Trinity. I might call them the Apostles.
I gotcha. You still contemplating that Brigade too, huh?
Well, yeah, but here's the thing, though. My solid dress watch is like a Oyster Perpetual from the 50s, the oldie goldie.
Mm-hmm.
And for everything you gain, there's something you lose. I'm afraid that might knock that one out of the line. I mean, people are like, why did you get rid of your Reverso? Because it's just like, well, when I got the Parmigiani Florio Calpa Hebdomadaire, that kind of took over its space as a square watch.
Dane said he's up to 61 watches now.
Jeez.
Yeah, that's a little too much. I thought I had a whole lot at 20 when I had 20 something watches. So I don't know. I may go back up again, but I don't really feel a need to have a huge collection right now. So
no, you've only got 2 wrists.
Yeah, and I'm not like some people that wear two watches at one time.
Shut up!
I can't do that. I wear them on my left wrist. That's it. So Dane says he can't either. He said he could look at one of those new spelling to sell it.
Now, I think if you're to go online and look for the cosmic, I mean, Omega Seamaster Cosmic Diver. I think that's one of the great things to be picked up. That's yet to take off.
I have to take a look at one. And I don't think I've probably seen them, but I haven't really seen them. Actually, I think Vintage Breitling's probably not too bad right now either, is it?
Pretty decent, actually.
And you can pick up what like an old Navi or a Chrono for what around like 900 or so, probably.
No,
Around that was a while back when I was like, I don't know how long it's been,
a
but
while back. Well, like I said, there's one in Texas. I looked at. It's just like it's not a modern one, but it's like I think they kind of went back to 42 millimeter briefly, like early 2000s, and they've got classic design. They've got like a reverse Panda for like 28 over there, or maybe
nice.
24. But so I look at it's of course it's the it's not the B01, but on the other I look at something like that, but it's just like would I really wear it when I've already got the 1959? No.
Yeah, you got the probably one of the best ones to have in 1959, especially size wise and everything.
Now I've also been heard those are hitting the used market and coming down in price for a little bit. So um,
Yeah,
I love mine.
is
I love mine so much. I don't give a shit. I don't give
yeah,
if it goes up or if it goes down. Don't care.
yeah.
But if you're wanting to get into it, if you could
Be
get
a
it for
decent way to get into it used.
yeah, and get into it for say 30% off, that's not bad.
Yeah, that's not too bad. And they only made, of course, like 1959 of them, right?
Right.
Okay, so I thought so. It wasn't. It actually is a limited watch, not really limited edition, but a limited run of watches.
Exactly. But just like anything else, when there's any limited edition, you've got the people that really love it. Then you've got the the speculators.
Hmm. Yeah, I've actually been tempted. I may end up picking it up from my buddy. One of the original the aerospaces. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Right.
Good
Yeah, I
luck.
may. He's offering it a good price, so I may end up picking that up from him soon. I don't know how soon, but I know I don't need to buy anything. But I mean, the deal's too good to pass up on that.
Exactly.
It's like one of the original ones, like the blue dial with like the little bit of touch of gold on it.
Hmm. Yep.
Lug so I can swap out the straight, the straps and all that all the time.
Gray looking watch.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
Bruce says he's not a Avatimer fan, but he likes the one that you have, the 806.
yeah, I think so. And they put a lot of work and they put a lot of handwork into that one. And to me, if you were to take Navitimer off the dial, if you look at the quality, the craftsmanship of the dial, I think if you put Patek Philippe or Audemars Piguet or something on there, or Vacheron Constantin, I think people would look at it and totally think it came from from a higher tier brand.
And Dane says he didn't pay 900 for his Navitimer Dual 60. He said it wasn't a cheap watch. I remember when you got Dane. I think he said it was just service, I believe, too. A pretty good deal. He got a pretty nice piece. But yeah, Dane's everything from Seiko to Zelos all the way up to a little bit of the higher end stuff too.
Well, exactly. But unless you're just brand new, if you pretty much know what your tastes are, if you know what your preferences are, um, everyone's going after the same 12 or 13 watches. Let them go after it. Find something else that you like.
Yeah, exactly. If you like a Frank Mueller, even though it's a polarizing watch, go for the Frank Mueller, right?
Exactly.
So That's one of the things that's holding me off from Rolex. I still that like I said, that Smith's got me wanting a 36 millimeter Explorer again, but now everybody kind of wants them now. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, totally. And sometimes what I found is, if you're one step ahead of everyone else, you're a genius. If you're two steps ahead, you're a martyr.
Yeah, I
And
guess.
yeah, and I actually think that 36 is not too small. It really depends a lot upon the contrast, the composition of the watch, and also the owner as well. For the Explorer doesn't have a big, huge rotating bezel on it, so um, one of the things that people don't understand is that the sports watches, oh, 40 is the smallest I can do. Well, you realize that a good chunk of your watch, that sports watch, is a bezel.
Hmm.
Oh no, actually, I am.
But yeah, it said Bruce says that was the Navitimer was definitely a big step in the right direction for Breitling. I agree. I feel like
Yeah,
the owners of Breitling are taking them right back to the right direction, don't you? From what they were, they're bringing them back to more like contemporary sizes and styles instead of like those blingy, like the Bentley GTE and all that were huge.
yeah,
I don't know if you remember those or not.
yeah. I do. Nice looking watch, very intricate watches, but just a little bit too big and beefy. And
Yeah.
like, I actually know another guy in my work field, Tony, sharp kid, very very sharp dresser as well. But he's got a Navi timer. He loves the hell out of it,
Nice.
more so than the Submariner.
I was actually just watching Seinfeld. He was a huge he is a huge Breitling fan. He wears a lot of Breitling, I think.
Exactly. And I think Breitling is a good brand to be in. You just don't want to go in new.
Yeah. Or if you get it at a steep discount, right?
Exactly.
Like I did with I actually kind of miss, believe it or not, I kind of miss my Super Ocean Heritage too. I think if I had to go back and do it, if I were to buy another one, I'd get the black dial this time. Probably over the blue dial.
Yeah, and like I said, I've actually seen quite a few, unlike a lot of these other watches in real life, and they're very noticeable. They're very discernible.
Yeah. It's like a classy kind of dressy kind of diver, I guess you could say, but not too overly blingy.
Exactly. But like I said, a few of the hoberos basically say the ladies like them as well.
Yeah, a couple ladies noticing. Unlike my Omega, it kind of goes under the radar. You
Yep,
don't know what it is until you see Omega on the dial, you know?
correct.
So, it just looks kind of like like a nice citizen or something like that to most people, anyways, unless you know watches. So, but yeah, you got any plans, future buying plans or no?
No, not really. I think, well, and a lot of people I talk to, I kind of refer to them informally as the farm council, since I'm the rancher. A lot of people are just sitting on their powder.
Yeah. Wait to see what happens with everything.
Exactly.
Gotcha. I hadn't really bought anything yet, but I'm kind of itching to buy something. I hadn't really bought anything for a little while.
Well,
So I don't know.
and I've heard a few people already suggest that for a lot of people, 2020 is going to be the year of consolidation.
Yeah, I've heard that a lot too. I was over on Rob's, Random Rob, over on his channel earlier, and he was talking about. I guess he was consolidating a little bit or selling off too, but he sticks with mainly, a lot of affordables. He likes a lot of G Shocks and stuff like that, which is cool. I mean, you can collect just G Shocks and actually not have a whole lot of money into the, hobby. Which there are like $1,600 G Shocks too, though.
Exactly.
So Bruce said he liked the Super Ocean Heritage 2 that I had before. He likes it even more that Archie sold his. So, but yeah, and then Dana is actually trying to. Oh, you're trying to sell you Frederic Constant. Which Frederic Constant is that? Dane, you're trying to sell? I've never actually looked at Frederic Constant. Have you, Clive?
I've seen them before. I'm vaguely aware of them, but it's just like one of the things. There are some people that there's some brands that actually make some really good watches, but if no one's aware of them,
It's like we were talking about before, just like Longines. I feel like Longines offers a lot of value for the money for what you get,
oh yeah,
and they're another Swatch Group brand too, right?
yep, they are. They are.
Slimline, he's got the moon phase he's trying to sell. Okay. I think I've seen those. They offer a decent price moon phase, Frederic Constant. I'm not a big moon phase guy though. I know that's not one of my complications.
Now,
Usually I watch guy myself.
now Longines, the retrograde moon phase. I still think literally 4 retrograde movements with the moon phase. The only downside is it uses a was it 7750 movement, I think, an ETA, specially modified for it by so that's pretty much that almost comes close to in-house. Great dial, great looking watch. The only thing is because of the movement, it's a little bit of a chunky monkey, which kind of is antithetical to being a dress watch.
Yeah, it kind of does a negative effect on it, right?
Right. Detrimental.
Yeah, you probably pick one up off of Joe. I would probably anything up to like 2 or 3 grand. I feel like I wouldn't feel comfortable with buying on Joma, but anything like higher end, I think I would stay away from it. You can probably find a good deal on Joma on one of those, can't you?
Or in the Bay of Flea. They've had a couple for like under $2,000. I'm thinking, damn, that's a hell of a watch for the money.
That's not bad. I wonder, have you ever seen any fake Longines though? I'm sure they probably got fake Longines out there too. Just everything else. That's one of the least fake brands there that I've seen.
Well, no, because let me put it this way. For it to work, a replica brand only works if there is if a lot of the brand is on the if a lot of the value of the watch is on the individual brand or the cachet of the brand. And in the case of buying like this Longines, this retrograde moon phase used, they sell used for $2,000, but they probably put $2,000 worth of effort into the watch.
Yeah. But they're a huge company, so they're probably not really losing a lot since they're part of Swatch, right?
Exactly.
They can afford to do stuff like that.
Of course, on the other
like how. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
On the other hand, Panerai, before they're going to their in-house movements, we're charging thousands and thousands of dollars for relatively simple watches with ETAs. And that's why the counterfeiters hit them so hard.
I gotcha. That's just kind of like I was gonna say with the brands that have a lot of equity backed up into them. It's like Arnold and Son. A lot of people don't know Arnold and Son is owned by Citizen.
Well, yeah,
Citizen has, of course, a crap ton of sales worldwide, and they have all kind of money that they can back into research and development. Arnold and Son, I feel like, would be if they had A-Long is on, they would probably be that price. But they're like a fraction of the price that A-Long is on.
Right.
But they have. I've never seen an A-Long is on, but I would assume they have similar quality, wouldn't you?
Well, I've actually went to Timeless Luxury Watches in Frisco, and they're a Longa owned Son dealer, and so you have really exceptionally nice prices. But I actually think Breguet is probably one of the better buys.
Okay, I do like the Type 20. Type 20 is a nice looking watch. Pretty versatile looking watch. It looks like kind of like the Speedy, something versatile like that.
It's a lot nicer than it looks.
Okay. A lot more dressy.
Yeah, exactly. And like I said, I've seen the pictures look nice, but it looks much nicer in person.
Speaking of Longa, did you see Teddy Baldassar's one of his latest videos where he went watch shopping with Kevin O'Leary?
Nope, I have not.
Yeah, they went watch shopping. Apparently, I guess Kevin O'Leary bought another Longa. But
Well,
he's got the money for it.
Oh yeah. Well, for me, there's two
It was a
reasons.
Longa, or I think it was a Longa or he might have bought an Vacheron too. I can't remember. One of the two. But they went to Longa. I remember that. He said he's got a bunch of Longa.
Well, for me, there's two reasons to watch Teddy Baldassar. Courtney. But and I actually think there might be some bargains out there in Vacheron if you look carefully.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen Del Rey's actually got one of the older overseas now for what, 5,300, 5,400, something like that? 37 millimeter overseas?
Yeah, the first generation three-hander.
Yeah. That's the integrated bracelet too, right?
Yes, it is.
Okay, I thought it was. I never tried them on, but I'm assuming they're probably pretty comfortable.
They are, but as Sanders pointed out, because the design, they can pop off a little bit easier than you think they could.
Yeah. You think it'd be easy to get an aftermarket strap on there or no?
I'm sure it would be. I'm sure you could. Now, I might have to look. I remember seeing that.
Bruce said he loves the Type 20. He almost bought one on 2 occasions. And then he also said that Longines is another brand that's moving in the right direction. I agree with Bruce on that. I'm actually kind of eyed the Heritage diver a lot before. That's a good looking diver. A versatile watch too.
Yep.
And you don't really have to worry about wearing either. If something happens to it, it's not like the end of the world.
And that Vacheron that they've got, basically their version of the Calatrava in steel for like what? Not even sub-money, like a little under 55.
Yeah, they have it for almost the same price. I think they got an Explorer 1 for on there.
Yeah. And that's, for 5,500 for that, for a Vacheron in steel.
For you getting the Holy Trinity for that,
Exactly.
That's not that bad. They might be one of the kind of under the radar watches right now. You think that might be the next popular craze? Vacheron.
I think more people should be looking at it. And I'm looking at their 4205. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking at theirs. I'm trying to. Now I was looking at the overseas that they've got, the Gen 1, but I don't see any texture on the dial. It looks like just a smooth dial.
Yeah. It's a good looking watch. It looks like what was it, a silver dial, if I remember correctly?
Salmon, it looks like.
Oh, salmon dial. Okay. I was thinking silver dial. But yeah, it's not a bad looking watch, like I said, especially for the price.
Yep. I'd also have to.
You probably talk them down to maybe even five even, maybe.
Possibly, but you'd also have to see how big the bracelet is. Those Gen 1, they are a pain in the ass to find links for.
I'm sure what years are they from?
90s, late 90s.
90s. Okay. Yeah, I thought they were older, but I wasn't sure what years. Like I said, that's another one of those brands, Vacheron, unless you know watches, you don't really, it's not like a AP or Rolex. You're probably not going to get robbed over it, if somebody sees you out in the wild.
Most people would know the difference between a Vacheron and a Tissot.
Yeah, this is true. A lot of people only know Rolex, and a lot of people only know AP just because they've been popular the last couple of years. So, yeah. It's definitely tempting. The value that would be, like I said, that decent buy for, I feel like now, kind of under the radar buy. Might be one that might go up here in another couple more years or so.
Well, and the thing is, it depends where if the big size trend comes back a little bit or rolls back, then yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if it will. I don't know. I feel like a lot of people are going to the smaller sizes now. 38 millimeter, 40 millimeter.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, even that 37 on the uh, overseas generation one, first gen, I think is a perfectly wearable size. Uh, even my 36 millimeter Aquanaut, it's small for a dress watch, but I mean it's small for a sports watch, but it's perfect size for a dress watch.
yeah. Yeah, and that's like I was talking about my one video a couple days ago that I did the case size. A lot of people think that case size, I used to, when I first started, I was thinking like I can only wear 42 millimeters. That's just like a misconception. A lot of people don't think about smaller watches. They think as like girl watches when they're not really girls watches. Like back in the day, people used to wear them smaller. Just
Oh yeah, back in the day, um, the more badass watchmakers made smaller watches just as their way of showing off.
yeah, and like Holyfield, like I said, or not Holyfield, Ali, like I said, he wore a Cartier tank. He was a big dude. So
Yeah, and how old are you? How good are your eyes? What is the contrast on the watch? How effectively do they use the space on the dial? Because if you take a modern Submariner at 40 millimeters, the actual watch face is the same size as the 34 millimeter date or 34 millimeter OP.
mhm,
It's just surrounded by a bezel.
yeah, this is true. The bezel adds a little bit of chunkiness to the watch on the diver. On the diver,
Exactly. Or the GMT.
yeah,
So
this
yeah,
is true.
I mean, if you're not going to live, if you're not going to live, if you don't have to live and die by Rolex, I think there's a lot of good stuff out there to look for.
Yeah, I saw Just Horology just bought a Polaris. I don't know if you saw that or not.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, and again,
Those are pretty decent looking watches.
they are. Even just their plain. God, I can't think of it. Master Control. No, that's
Yeah.
Longines.
Well, that's I had almost done. Well, they have master control too. JLC does. I almost bought. You remember I had that one on the way. It was taking forever, so I ended up canceling. I had the sector dial there on the way for a little bit that I had originally bought from Ross, and then I forget what I ended up getting. I think I ended up getting the Breitling after it instead, which I got more enjoyment out of the Breitling because I'm just not a dress watch guy. I don't think I would have had to force myself to wear the JLC.
Now the Explorer, not the Explorer 2, but just the ordinary Explorer. Do you think that's a dress watch or a sports watch?
I think it's kind of a little bit of both. Like I feel like it's more of a sports watch, but it could pass as a dress watch though. I feel like. What about you? I know it's meant to be a sports watch.
Yeah. Well, I think the 39 is a dressy sports watch. I think the 36 is a sporty dress watch.
I gotcha. 36 on decent prices right now too. They're not like too bad right now
Well,
as
right.
far as price.
If they were 1 millimeter bigger, they'd be a lot more money. But
True.
there's one by me. It's literally 114270, and they're wanting literally like 65. I'm like, get bent. Yeah, it's bought.
65. That's the price of a new one.
Yeah, get bent.
And from what I hear, people can actually kind of get the new ones. Some ADs, not all, but some of them they can get the new Explorer One if they wait a little bit.
Yeah, like we're talking like 3 months.
Yeah, if you wait out for like 3 months, you can get on the list and get one for retail, which is what 6,500, right? They didn't go up, did they?
I don't think they did.
But yeah, Explorer. Bruce said the Explorer can do both, and then James said he can do a 35 millimeter vintage or a modern 44 millimeter samurai on the piece. Yeah, this is true. He's not against wearing anything if he really loves it. He sent me in. I don't know if you saw the video I did today, the 36 millimeter version.
Yeah.
I did that today. Yeah, I just did the review on that today. That piece is actually a pretty nice piece for $180, I think it was. It's not too bad. He sent me that in review. I posted that up today. I'm gonna send that back to you tomorrow. By the way, James, that my he wants to check out the Timex Q. He hasn't seen it yet, so I'll send mine with him. So you got the Timex Q too, don't you, Clyve?
Yeah, I've got a Pepsi.
So I thought are they coming out with a Batman version?
Oh, that's what Bark and Jack was talking about, I think.
So I thought I heard that, and possibly Kermit.
I've heard that as well. It was also in the Bark and Jack video.
Yeah.
Do you really need? Actually, I hate to admit it though. If you're going to get 3 or 4, that would be something that'd be painless to get every. My God.
Yeah, I mean it's a fun watch for the price, and it's not a whole lot of money. A lot of people can actually get it.
Now,
Like comics. Sorry, go ahead.
Now, Blue Shirt's saying at the moment I don't have a dedicated dress watch, so I'm using my his 39 millimeter Explorer Mark 1 as a dress watch.
Nice. Now, Bruce, you got the Explorer 1 and the Explorer 2, right? I believe he's got both, doesn't he?
Okay, now Blue Shirt says exactly. What are you talking? Which comment? I know there's a little bit of a lag between comment, what we say in the comment, and the when a comment interrupted.
And he said, yeah, he answered, and he's got both. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, he's got the Explorer 2 and the Explorer. Not a bad pair to have. Both pretty versatile watches. I wish I would have got the Explorer 2 Polar way back when I had a chance when I first got into hardcore collecting, when they were still like under $5.
You mean when you get them for like 35?
Yeah.
Yeah,
the 40 mil versions.
Yeah, I think they're great watches, but I think the 40, if it's part of a collection, but if I was going to have something with a minimalist collection, I think the 42 is a better watch overall.
Of course, I prefer the orange GMT hand over the red one.
Yeah,
and
the black dial looks more like a 1655 because of the orange hand, but the contrast on the white dial 42 is just, literally you could read the time of someone's watch across the room.
Yeah. The Polar Explorer 2 is like a Zen U1, Zen. Like if you see a Zen U1, you can tell what it is from anywhere, pretty much.
Right. So that'd be also and again, the problem with getting the Explorer I've got like a 4-digit gold Oyster Perpetual, and I love that watch. It's technically a gold Explorer now that I think about it.
Nice. You still got that blue? Was it the blue one you had? The OP?
No, I did not.
Like the Explorer dial?
I had to get out of that one.
Okay.
And I think that's a perfectly good all one and done watch.
This is true. The OP39 in the white or black would be a pretty decent one too.
Now ID guy was looking at the 34 OP34s.
I've seen that. I tried one that is on, and they're 36 I can pull off, but I feel like the 34 is just a bit too small.
Well,
for me,
the super case actually really helps with the watch. It makes it look bigger than it. I think the super case doesn't look great on larger watches, but on smaller watches, I think it's just what the doctor ordered.
Yeah. Of course, I like the gray dial, being a Clemson fan. One part of our colors, orange and purple.
And
yeah, that's kind of polarizing watches. It's either people really like them or they really don't, huh?
Exactly.
But Bruce says he loves the legibility of his sport too. I'm sure it's pretty easy to read. I'm sure. Probably just glance down at it.
Oh, I can put it down to one word: contrast.
Yeah. Yep.
And
All right.
the contrast is
So what?
the contrast is unbeatable on the polar. On the black, there's good contrast on the black dial, but not to the extent that there is on the polar.
Yeah. Gotcha. Gotcha. Well, figure we've been at about 40 minutes now. I figured about time to end it if you're ready to, unless you got something else
No, not
you want to
really.
talk
No, not really. It's just if you have if you're looking at Rolex, don't be an idiot. Stand in line at the AD. If you have a Rolex you're falling out of love with, it's still probably time to try to get out of it. Follow your heart, but don't follow the herd.
about? Yeah, most of the time I would say try to get a discount if you can, but with Rolex, just pay retail, huh?
No, you can't.
Yeah.
No, the 80s are basically saying that all now. Is there
Yeah.
no discount on Rolex? Now they're even saying no discount on Tudor. I'm like, come on, bite me.
Man. But anyways, guys, I appreciate you guys coming on. Bobby, Bruce, Dane, James. We'll catch you guys later. Thanks for coming on, Clyve.
Thanks for inviting me, Chris.
Sir, take it easy.
Do the same.